Another day, another English lesson. Asking about differences between two things. Hi there. There are two easy ways to ask about differences in English. What's the difference between X and Y, and how are X and Y different? These questions are very similar and have basically the same meaning. They both help you ask about differences between two things and understand how they are not the same. Let's look at how to use them. 1. What's the difference between X and Y? This is the most common way to ask about differences. It's simple, clear, and works in almost any situation. Examples. What's the difference between a smartphone and a tablet? What's the difference between borrow and lend? What's the difference between a manager and a boss? You can use this question when you're curious, confused, or just want to learn more about two things. 2. How are X and Y different? This question is also about comparing two things, but it feels a little more conversational. It's another great way to ask about differences, and you can use it in the same situations as the first question. Examples. How are coffee and tea different? How are a CV and a resume different? How are online classes and in-person classes different? Now, watch and complete the questions in these conversations. Use the words in parentheses.
How are a book and an e-book different?
A book is made of paper, but an e-book is digital and read on a device.
What's the difference between a river and a lake?
A river flows, but a lake is still water.
How are borrow and lend different?
Borrow means taking something, and lend means giving something.
What's the difference between a passport and a visa?
A passport is an ID for travel, but a visa is permission to enter a country.
How are a taxi and a rideshare app different?
A taxi is a car you hail on the street, but a rideshare is booked through an app.
How are a habit and a routine different?
A habit is automatic, but a routine is planned.
What's the difference between a sweater and a jacket?
A sweater is soft and warm, but a jacket is thicker and often has a zipper or buttons.
What's the difference between make and do?
Make is for creating things, and do is for activities.
I hope you'll watch more worldwide ELT English language learning videos in the future. See you soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.